What's going on, everybody? This may be the last time you hear from me before or until after Nationals. Uh, Me and my wife are leaving to head to Iowa tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. Weigh in Friday, compete Saturday. So, want to kind of give the rundown like I normally do before competitions, and kind of tell you what my expectations are, and then we'll see after the show if I meet them. Um, Hopefully, we can keep this good track record going. Uh, I've been pretty good about in my training going into all my shows, uh, knowing where I'm at, and usually, doing a little bit better. Sometimes not, but usually just knowing where I'm at, and then sometimes, exceeding lifts by 20, 30 pounds or exceeding reps by an extra, 2 or 3 reps before. So hopefully we can keep that track record going. I like to do like a best case, worst case scenario for every comp. And of course, it can always be worse. You can zero everything, or it can always be better and you can exceed your expectations depending on the day you're having when it comes to lifting. And, how recovered you are and how the deload went and just how everything lines up. So, I'm not sure if I'm going to get the events right, but I'm gonna list the events and tell you what I expect to do. So the first event is a max axle clean and press. We've got 3 attempts. If you miss one, you're out. So it's important to not miss the opener. I've got 2 scenarios, depending on how warm-ups feel, depending on if there is much warm-ups, that I'm going to end up attempting. The coach that I'm taking with me, my wife, says do not open under 300, and I pretty much agree with her. The weight to start would be 305, so I would do 305. I would end up doing 315, and then from there it would be 10-pound jumps, and I would just have to make the gauge on if we're going to try 325, 335, or 345. I did 330 in training on last week of the prep. Subpar, tired day. I did 330 in training, so I believe I can do 335, possibly 345. Last time I did a max overhead, which didn't include the axle clean, I did 335 in training, and then I did 355 at the comp. So I would love to, I did 330 in training. I would love to do like 305, 315, and then make the leap to 345. I would be happy if that leap was to 335. We'll see how 315 feels, if we hit it. The worst case scenario, I believe I would open at 295, and then I would probably jump to 315, but if 295 for some reason was bad, we would jump to the 305, and then we would jump to the 315 for the third one. But with the way training has gone, I fully expect to either open at 295 or 305. We'll see how the warm-ups go and how much warm-ups there is, if any. I'm probably going to go with the wife's plan. My training partner that I've trained with for, I don't know, the last 10 years now, says the same thing, just open at 305. I did 315 for a triple in training. Like I said a while ago, hit 330 for a max. So I'm going to plan on opening at 305, do the 315 for the second attempt to secure another spot, and then we'll go for a leap on the third one. And then hopefully, the farthest we'll at least put 315 on the board, which I think will be a good number for the show. Of course, I don't know that. There may be guys, it may not be the greatest number. There may be guys doing 365, 355, 335, and then 315's like, 15th place. But I think 315 it'll probably be a tie. I expect a lot of ties, but that's what I expect to do on the overhead. Just to say it again for the millionth time, probably 305, 315, 335. Axle deadlift, 545 pounds for reps. I did 4 in training on a last set on a day when I was doing 545 for sets of 2 or 3. And then on the last set, the 3rd or 4th set, I did a max reps. And I did 4 in training. I think I could push that to 5, 6, 7. I've got 5 to 7 wrote down is what I have wrote down. If I did any less than 4, I'd be disappointed. I did 4 on a very subpar in the training after multiple sets at 545 of 2 or 3 reps and ended up doing 4. So if I did less than 4, I would be disappointed with myself. I expect to do 5 to 7 on the day. Bag over bar, I think that's the last event, but 250 pound sandstone over bar as many times as 60 seconds. I've been doing a 265 pound sandstone, and I did a lot of 9 reps in training. I ended up hitting 10 reps with the 265 bag. I think the worst I did in like a 55 or 60 second run was 8. And I did that after 5 sets of 3 or 5 sets of 5 on deadlift. Completely smoked in the garage, which is how comps are. So, you know, you're not fresh when you're doing the last event. But just to give you a number, I don't expect to do less than 10. I really expect to hit 10 to 13. I think I can do 12. It's a 250 bag. It's going to be 15 pounds lighter than what I've been doing. How many more reps does that give me than 10 in a 60-second period? 1 or 2, really, at the most, I would say. So I expect to do 10. Let's just say best case, worst case scenario. Worst case, I expect to do 9. Best case, I would expect to do 14. I really think I'm going to hit 12 or 13 250 bag over bar in 60 seconds. Farmers, bag medley, 20-ish seconds, somewhere around 19 to 21 seconds is what I expect to do this medley in. I guess if it was worst case, I had some like 23, 22 second runs in training. So best case I would say is a sub 20. Worst case would be a 23 run. But my runs have just kept getting better and better. And they've kept getting heavier every week. I'm 10 pounds over on the comp weight. On the farmers, my last week of training, and 15 pounds over on the bag, and I think I did it in 21 seconds. So I think I can do this in 19, 20 seconds. Sled pull into a sled drag. I can't give a time on this. It's going to be surface dependent. I can tell you what I've been doing in my garage and training, but that's going to be flat out surface dependent, and it's either going to be a drag race or, you know, it's probably going to be really heavy and we could be done and it could be a 15 to 20 second drag race, or it could be a 45, 50 second, you know, pull and drag and just grinding it out. I do expect to be good at the event. The event has been going good for me. I trained it light and fast, and I trained it really heavy. So I'm feeling confident with the show, I'll say that. The guy I've been training with the last 10 years, he says right now, and I am, stronger than I've ever been, especially leading into a show. My numbers all point to that. My runs with my farmers and all that are better than they've ever been. So I'm feeling confident. Now we just have to go execute, and that'll be, you know, that's game day dependent. I've been good. I've been lucky. I got a good track record of executing on game day, and if I can just go to this competition and do what I expect to do, I have no idea where that will place me out of the 55, 65 guys I'm competing against. But if I can go and hit, 325 to 345 overhead, if I can go hit 6, 7 reps at 545, if I can do the bag over bar 12 reps, really 10 to 12, but if I can do it 12, possibly 13, if I can do the farmer's bag medley in 20 seconds, if I can do the sled drag and pull without any hiccups just as fast as I can do it, who knows what the time will be there. But if I can do all that without any hiccups or any bobbles or anything and just put forth my best effort, I believe that will be a very good showing across the board. Just knowing my strengths and where I'm at in the sport, I believe I could be a top 3 contender at this show, or depending on, something goes wrong, something don't happen good, I could be like in the top 10 like I was in 2022. And in 2022, nothing went wrong. I did good at the show. I did as good as I could do at the show, and it just happened to be 9th place. So like that, I'm happy with. The other 8 guys that beat me that day, they were just better, and I'm happy with that. As long as I can't look back and say, man, I could have did this better. Most of the time, everything goes pretty good when it comes to me executing. So we have to take everything I've built, everything I've done, and we just have to go execute now. And if I'll go and execute, I believe that'll be a very good showing at the show. Could possibly be a top 3 finish, but hey, we could bomb it. We could do last place. We could do the best that we could possibly do at this show, and it end up being 15th place or something like that. You just don't know the competition when you go to a big national show like this. So many names that you don't know. But we're going to go do the best we can, and we will see what the results are Saturday evening, and I'll check back in with you. So thanks for watching. God bless. Y'all have a good day.